Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke and this day in history. So, our dad joke. What's the difference between a guitar and a fish? You can tune a guitar, but you can't tune a fish. We usually hear that with piano instead of guitar, but it's the same thing. All right. If you would like to comment a dad joke for tomorrow, feel free to. If you're a member, might as well preserve that member perk. And if you are, even if you're not a member, feel free to upvote any that you enjoy, and I will feature that tomorrow. All right. So, on January 24th, 1972, Japanese soldier is found hiding in Guam since 1944. I remember hearing about that. On January 24th, 1972, locals discovered and captured Japanese Sergeant Yoichi Yokoi, who had been hiding in the Guam jungle since 1944 when Americans captured the area in the Battle of Guam. Soichi immediately went into hiding on the island with 10 other soldiers. Slowly, several of them dispersed and left the area, but he stayed in hiding, stating that in training, Japanese soldiers were taught to prefer death over being captured alive. Wow. All right. So, I would also like to thank the following members for starting a new month. Thank you to Anna K, Thor, Veronica Peach, Pietschch, I don't know, Veronica P, Brittany Owen, and Cindy Hobbs. All right. Well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got robe, cone, crown, halter, pea, scoop, boat, cup, globe, gloves, crew, mouthguard, title, shorts, leopard, award. I wear a mouthguard every night because I grind. So could these be things your dentist kind of makes for you? A crown, a mouthguard. Ooh, I'm not really seeing 2 other dentist things though, so probably not. What else would mouthguard be though? Maybe mouthguard like you wear one in sports as well. So could it be sports equipment or sports uniform? Like gloves and mouthguard, like protection gear in sports? Or, you could wear a leotard. I don't know that any sport wears both a leotard and a mouthguard, but plenty of dances you would wear leotards, shorts, or gymnastics. Do they wear mouthguards in gymnastics? I haven't noticed. All right. Well, let's hold off on that category because I'm a little confused. Title is interesting. I almost feel like title and crown could be related. Like you crown someone as the blah blah blah. You title them as that. I feel like award could be similar to title as well. You award someone with something, you crown them, you title them, and you something else them. Mouthguard them. I don't know. All right. Globes are spherical. The world. Peas are spherical. We have spherical things. Probably not. Are cones spherical? Robe. Maybe robe, shorts, and gloves would be like boxing gear, and then mouthguard would go with that. Yeah, I think boxing here is going to be. Let's see. I am wearing purple today, so I'm going to make an attempt to solve the whole puzzle before I lock anything in and try to get reverse rainbow purple first. So I'm going to predict this is blue, although it could definitely be early. It could be green or yellow, depending on how easy the other ones are. It's not purple, though. So what else do we have? A cone and a scoop are ways that you could get ice cream. A cup, a cone, and a scoop are all ways you can get ice cream. We also have leopard here. I haven't thought about leopard at all. In a boat, ice cream in a boat. They're all like near each other, which makes me think it's a red herring of some kind. So I'm going to be careful about that. We still have title, award, and crown. It's possible. Maybe a cup. Would these just be like all things you would get if you are the champion sports team or the champion at some sport? Who would give a crown? Title, award, and cup I could definitely see. Who would give a crown in that case? I'm gonna tentatively mark that as like, I don't know, green. I'm gonna have to revise the colors once I know all the categories, but let's see. Leopard. The only thing I can think of is leopard print, but that doesn't seem to work. Crew. Halter top. I don't really know what else halter would be related to. So if cup is not one of our ice cream things, I don't think we have an ice cream category. P makes me think of Princess and the Pea. I don't think it's that. Could we be using leopard like starts with ends with? It starts with Leo, which is a constellation. They love constellation slash signs, whatever they're called. Are we starting with stuff? Glob. Nah. That's not that. Ooh. Okay. Crew. Crew is like you know, the boat race thing is called crew. I don't know if it's that. You can also just be the crew of a boat, right? The crew of a ship. What would scoop cone go with? Cone and globe are shapes, kind of. Globe starts with glob, ends with lobe. I don't know. Starts with halt. I don't think where it starts with ends with today. I think we need to fill in the blank for purple. It hasn't come to me yet, unless I've said it and didn't notice. But leopard print. Could we be blink print? I don't really see how. What else goes with leopard? Things with spots, maybe? Leopards are known for having spots. What else would have spots, though? I'm not seeing anything else with spots. Scoop. What could scoop mean besides ice cream? I don't know. There are peacoats. Peacoat? Types of coats? Styles of coats? Leopard, halter, I don't know. Crew. Okay, I'm not seeing it. So I think I have to give up on the purple first, and I just need to know if the categories I found so far are correct. Okay, so that one's correct, and it wasn't blue, it was yellow. All right. And then we've got cup and award and title and crown. Okay, that was also one, so that was green. So I've got green and blue. So green and yellow. I don't know why I'm having trouble with colors today. So that means I have blue and purple left. So they're both going to be more trickier connections. Outside the box thinking. Scoop. If a reporter says that they got the scoop on something, is that spelled the same? I don't think I've ever seen it spelled out, but I think it would be spelled the same. Could globe and scoop be like newspaper words? I mean, it is a newspaper publishing this, so I don't really see what else would be newspaper words, though. Unfortunately, the fact that these were right means that I could have just kept hitting my head against this, eventually seen it, but boat and an oat. I don't think where it starts with ends with. I should stop. Fresh off the blank. Crew neck, like t-shirt, crew neck t-shirt. Halter top. Could these just be types of tops? I don't know, something like this. Just like top styles. Crew neck, halter top, scoop. I feel like scoop would be one of those that like really scoops down the neckline. So maybe these are specifically necklines. I don't know what a halter top actually means. Would P or cone or boat? Leopard is a print style. So maybe I should consider these three as a category. And think about globe, cone, leopard, pea, or boat. I think definitely globe, leopard, and pea are not styles of shirts. I mean, I don't know how confident I can be, but what would these have to do with each other? Globe, pea, leopard. I really don't know. All right, I'm just gonna have to try these with some stuff. So, what sounds like a neckline? Cone or boat? Boat neck, cone neck, pea neck, globe neck. I haven't heard of either. I'm gonna go with boat though. I don't know. For some reason, boat sounds like a neckline. They were necklines. Okay, so I was right. I have no idea what this purple is, and I'm tired of thinking about it. Snow blank. Okay. I don't think I was gonna get there. Snow cone. Okay. Snow globe. Snow leopard. Ah, the kind of leopard. Snow leopard. And then snow pea. It's just a type of pea. All right. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get snow blank. So good thing I figured out the necklines. I got a little bit lucky with boat. I was if it wasn't boat, I was gonna try cone next. And then if it wasn't that, I don't know what I would try next. So luckily I got it right the first time. All right, well, I got, instead of reverse rainbow, I got rainbow. So the opposite of what I wanted, but that's okay. At least I didn't make any mistakes. I don't know. So for 50% of the population, this is harder than the other 50%, I think. I don't know how to give a difficulty on this. I'm going to say 2.5. I don't even know how to predict the percentage solve rate, so I'm going to say 75. Just like split the difference. We'll see. Really hard to predict on this one for me. It's a snow globe in the shape of a boxing glove with a snow leopard in it. That's fun. They give it 2.8. Okay. Let's see. 67% solve rate. Lower than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. 1 in 24. So rainbow's very common, as always. So first, people are getting yellow, green, maybe even blue. Second, about the same. People who lost either got nothing or got yellow and green. So losing games, nothing is 8%. Yellow green is the most common at 13%. I was going to say 15 and that was wrong. 13% for yellow green, 8% for nothing, 4% for only green, 4% for only yellow. And then the rest are kind of minor. All right. So people tried cone, scoop, boat, and cup. I thought about ice cream. They were both in the top 2 rows, which made me think it was a red herring. And it was. Cup with gloves, mouth, shorts. Okay, so yeah, a cup is sports gear. Protects your crotch. So that makes some amount of sense. Crown globe title and award. So giving someone a globe as an honors, maybe. Robe halter glove is in short. So apparel. Interesting, yeah. Maybe just trying to think what are the sport equipments that they picked. Cone with halter, scoop, and crew. Neckline styles. So yeah, is cone a neckline style was a question I had as well. All right. What are people lucky first? Yellow, then green, close behind. Blue is a bit further behind there. Ice cream is 9% first. Putting cup in instead of robe for sports gear makes a whole lot of sense because these are generic sports gear. They don't have to be for boxing. The robe is basically boxing gear and that's it. So putting cup in there actually feels more likely. But I ended up just finding the boxing stuff and I was happy with that. Another person putting cup in, but putting robe and cup in together. Interesting. Instead of shorts. And we got purple at 3%. All right. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Saturday, January 24th. We'll do the easy, then medium, then hard. Let's play. All right, this has to be a double. We have double 6 and double 3. So I don't know which one that is. Here we have a less than 2. We don't have any blanks, so that has to be the 1. So it actually gets us started. So that gives us a 3. I don't know if we're throwing out the 3, 2, or the 3, 4, or 3, 3. So we can't fill this one yet. This is a less than 3. We're out of 1s, so it's a 2. So this has to be 2, 3. That puts the 4 here, so that has to be 4, 3 up. And then, yeah, this has to be 6, 6, and 3, 3 that way. All right. Cool. Just had to find the right place to start, and then it kind of built out from there. Let's do the medium. All right. It could be worth trying to draw out where our dominoes go today. So we definitely need a domino there. That's a double. How many doubles do we have? We have 0, 0, and 4, 4. Okay. So I don't do that. We also definitely have a domino here. That forces a domino here. That forces a domino here. This has to go up. It didn't look as forced as this until I started drawing it in. But yeah, you have to do dominoes like that. Exactly. It's a lot of things adding to 6. If it had to 6, we can do 1 plus 5 or 2 plus 4 or 3 plus 3. What are we doing at that? Well, we don't have any 2s, so we're 1 plus 5. So the 4 cannot be in the 6s. 4 is all completely outside of 6s. So maybe we want to put the 4, 4 here to avoid putting it into 6s. And we could do a 4 blank. This could be 4 blank, or it could be 4, 5. I'm kind of curious about 4 blank and what happens there, because now we need a 6 coming down. We have 6, 3, and 6, 1. I don't know which way these go. Is this just a vibe game today? Like a 3 blank here, and then another 6. 6, 1 doesn't work there. Okay, so it wouldn't be that. Maybe 6, 1 goes down here then. And then we would have the 5, 4. No, we can't put the 4 in the 6. So, okay, so maybe the question to ask is where does the 5, 4 go here? Or maybe we put the 5, 4 this way. And then we just throw out the other 4 here. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have to throw it out yet. So we need the 1, 6 down here. And then this would be blank. Blank actually works because we do 6, 3, and then 3 blank. And then, yeah, I was right that this is blank 4. All right. A little tough for a medium. I don't know. It's possible there was more than one solution. When there's more than one solution, it's really hard to it's impossible to logically solve. So it's really hard to get past where it's like, okay, now there's options. What do we do? You just kind of have to pick something. So I don't know if that's multiple solutions or not, but it feels like it might. All right, let's do the hard. I'm just gonna write out where the dominoes go here because it just has to go through the spiral, but that's hard to visualize without just putting these in. So let's just do that. Should be pretty helpful. Okay, get that worked out. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. It looked like this was a spiral that didn't connect, but it does connect. So we don't necessarily know. Okay, so we know we can't do this because you never have 2 of the same domino, and that would have to be 2 of the same. So we actually have to interrupt it this way. So I think I had drawn it wrong. Okay, that's how it goes. Good to know. Domino adding to 2 might be something we can just place. 1, 1, or no, we have 2 options. We have the 1, 1 and the 0, 2. Domino adding to 1 is only 0, 1. So, but that's not a domino on its own. So never mind on that. A 0 into a greater than 10. So we're 11 or 12. So this has to be a 0 into a 5 or 0 into a 6. What do I have? I have a 0, 5. Do I have a 0, 6? I also have a 0, 6. Darn. So I don't know which one of those goes in there. But the other one has to be a 5 or a 6 as well into something that adds to 2. I don't know if that's helpful. Maybe I start at the other end. I need a double here. How many doubles do I have? I have 0, 0, 2, 2, 1, 1. Darn it. 3, 3. So that's not an in. Adding to 10 is 5, 5, or 4, 6. Maybe the greater than 21. So 22 divided by 4 is over 5. It's 5.5. So our average pip in here is 5.5. So I think we have to do 5, 5, 6, 6. So is 5, 5, 6, 6 the only way to do it? No, we could do 6, 6, 6, 4. I have a 4, but it's a 4, 3. What if we did that? I hate that I have to kind of vibe this, but I don't see good in. So we're going to try this here. And so because that forces the 0, 6 to be here, which then forces this to be 0, 5. Because it forces a lot. So either it'll break or it'll work. which I know is a weird thing to say, but this has to be a 6 going into a 1 because we already used the 6 blank. Or it could be a 6-2, I suppose. Maybe that's the issue. No, we do have a 6-1. Okay. And so this is a 3. We have 3-5 and 3 blank and 3-1, so we don't know which 3 throws out. All right. Now this has to add to 11. No. So it's 22 or higher. Sorry. So it could be all 6s, to be honest. And we're assuming it adds to 22, which is a big assumption. But we add to 10 right now. So actually, if we add to 10, yeah, we need 2 6s. I don't have a double 6. Okay, never mind on all of this. Ooh, I just scrolled. Sorry, let me fix the scroll. Okay. Never mind on all of this because I don't have a 6-6 to put here. I think this has to be 6-5. Because I'm either 6-5, I'm either 6-6-5-5 or I'm 6-6-6-4. Those are my options. And the issue is how limited. Like I don't have a 6-6 to put here, and I don't have a 6-4 to put here, and I don't have a 5-5 to put here. So it has to be the 6-5. Okay. What can I do from there? This 0 still has to go to a pretty big number. If I did 0-5, then I would need a 6 to go with it. I could do 0-6, and I could do a 5 or a 6 to go with it, because we don't have to add exactly 22. Does that have to do with how many 5s and 6s get used up by certain... let's think about that, actually. So the greater than 10... So how many 5s and 6s in total do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 pip domino ends that are 5 or 6. Now, this uses 2 of them for sure. This uses at least 1 of them. And this uses technically only needs to use 3 of, no, it actually needs to use 4 of them. I can't put a 4 in here because I can't make this 6-6. So this uses 4 of them. So that's 7 of them used. And that's only if the 10 isn't 5-5. If the 10 is 5-5, we use all of them. Is there anywhere else that requires a 5 or a 6? I'm not seeing it. Okay, so we require most of our 5s or 6s in these. And then there's kind of one stray one. Or we're adding to 10 with 5-5. If I wanted to add to 10 with 4-6, I only have this 4, don't I? So the 4-3, I mean, we could throw out the 3. So it's really hard to prove that we couldn't use the 4 with this. Shoot, okay. So maybe I want to talk about 4s, 5s, and 6s. No, no, I don't think that helps. All right, I need a different in. This uses a 0-5 or 0-6, and this uses a 0-5 or 0-6. So I don't know which way they go, but we're going to pick a way just so that they get used up. This is a 5 or a 6. Okay, we can't do 5-5-5-6. So why don't I actually switch these and do that instead? Because that frees this up to be a 5 or a 6. It's more flexible is the word I'm looking for. We could do 6-1. That seems okay. This is a this okay. If I do 0-5, this has to be a 6. How many 6s do I have left? Oh, I have 1 6 left. So if I did that, this has to be a 5 now. 5-1 or 5-2 or 5-3. No idea. But that means this is 5-5. And now all of my 5s and 6s are used. Okay. So this can't be 1 blank because I don't have any 5s left. And it's not 1... I guess it's not 1-5 because I don't have any 5s left to use there either. So it's 1-1 or 1-3. 1-1 might be okay. It actually uses up our only 4. No, yeah, like that. And so this would be 3-3, and then this would be 3-1 or 3 blank. This has to 2. I thought I had a 1-1 somewhere. Where'd it go? Did I use it? Yeah, I used it here. So if I use the 1-1 there, then this is the 0-2. I'm making a lot of assumptions here, but I'm worried this has multiple solutions. Now, this is my only... Oh, I have a double blank as well, but I don't have a 6 blank to use. Sorry, a 5 blank to use, I don't think. So 5-1, 5-2, or 5-3, I have to use the 5-2 this way. This uses the 2-2. And then... Oh, I don't have another 2. So I've already made a mistake. So probably it's just this 1-1 here is wrong. So I'm going to use the 1-3 here instead. Now, what does 2 go into? Besides 2-2. Oh, I only have... Okay, 2-5? No, I can't use the 2-5. That doesn't work either. Ooh. So... I'm confusing myself. Does swapping these help at all? What about swapping these? No, I can't swap those. It would be these that could be swapped. I don't see how that makes things more flexible though. It just forces me to put a 6 here. So I don't like that. Hugging the sum is better. I'm out of 6s. I don't have another 6. Which made this 5-5, which used up all my 5s and 6s. So either this is wrong already, or I missed a case that I can do here. So I have to put a 1 here. 1 blank doesn't work because I don't have another 5 or 6 to put there. 1-1, I tried. Well, we might have to try it again. 1-5 doesn't work because I need to use the 5s and 6s in the places I talked about. Let's see, because so I've got only 5s left. I don't have any 6s. 5-5 goes in here, and then a 5 goes in there. So I don't know which way it goes, but that's how that's going to happen. So if this is all correct. So we're not doing the 1-5 there. So it has to be the 1-3 or the 1-1. The problem with the 1-3 is that I really don't have that many 2s left. I have the 2 blank, but the issue is... Okay, actually, the 2 blank does work because I can put the 1-1 up here. Maybe that was the issue, is I still had the 2 blanks sitting up in there and I didn't see it. So actually, let's build the blanks here. And then I can just throw out this blank 3. So the issue I had was I don't have enough 2s to put 4 2s in here. I have to do 3s in there. So I have the 5-3. Okay. And the 3-3 and the 3-4 goes down. Okay. I think this is working. I think that the 6 is 2-2-2. And then we have the 5-1. Okay. Could have probably predicted the 6 was going to be 2-2-2, but 6s can be 1-2-3 pretty often. Alrighty. Well, that was tough. I think that I would have had it a little bit earlier. If I had not kept the 2 blank in there for longer than it needed to be. But anyway, that might be the only solution. I'm not entirely sure though. Let me know if you got a different one. And how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Saturday, January 24th. Let's play. Snow day vehicle, plow. Steam room alternative. Steam room alternative. I don't know what they want. Sauna? Isn't a sauna a steam room? I don't know. Show on which John Hamm had his breakout role. Mad Men? Subject of negotiations with a 3-year-old. No idea. Respected veteran in slang. Gain back as trust. Spooky. Scary. I don't know. Let's do the downs. Noodle dish. Garnished with lime wedges and crushed peanuts. Pad thai. Singing candlestick and Beauty and the Beast. That's Lumiere. Is that how you spell his name? I don't know. I probably shouldn't have filled that. One-man band. Decreased in size as the moon. Waned. More blue. Sadder? I'm sadder than you. I'm more blue than you. Chaotic fight. Like a mix-up. No. Total snooze fest. A bore, perhaps? Bedtime is the negotiation. Respected veteran. An old head. Gain back trust. Re-earn. And spooky is eerie. Wow. Everything that I was unsure of was actually right. Including the spelling of Lumiere. Even that, if that's even how you spell his name. Or say his name. All right, cool. Well, I mean, I'm very happy with 119 on a Saturday. How'd you do? Hello, let's do Strands. Today's theme is a work of art. A work of art. Are these just different kinds of works of art, or are we being weird? Painting. I see painting. So, why don't we spend a little bit of time seeing if we can get the spanogram first, because it does track how many times you do that. So, what else do we see? So other than paintings, what else is art? Maybe this is museum stuff. Maybe not. Okay, so like a sculpture, is that what we're going for? Or wait. Waiting. I wonder if ing is the end of our spanogram. I'm not sure. What hugs here? What are we going to include besides painting? Maybe I just make sure painting locks in. I'm not seeing anything. I got to brainstorm other works of art. Could we be talking about like even music, or like a composition, sculpture, plaster? I mean, there's so many things to be art. I don't know what are these things you'd find in a museum. Are these watercolor? Maybe. I see water here, which is why I thought of watercolor, but I wonder if painting is part of our spanogram. Okay, I got to see if painting locks in. Painting does not lock in. That's why I'm having trouble. So I wonder if painting is our part of our spanogram. Maybe painting a something. Painting a boat. Painting a boat. No. Painting tools. Painting gear. Painting... Or is this a red herring entirely? Okay, I might just start with a hint then. We got paint and we got... I saw so many words. Path. Start with a hint then. Night. A work of art, night. Are these like subjects of painting? It's like still life and still... I don't see an F is the issue. Well, there's an F over here, but that doesn't help me. So we can't do still life. What else do we have here besides night? Like just I'm thinking common things that are painted. Painting subjects, painting with, painting waiting. That's not even how you spell waiting. Water. Wait, water is there. Night and water. I guess you do paint water. Maybe it's famous painting. Ooh, famous painting. Okay, so we got to know famous paintings. That's going to be an issue. Boating. Party. Seville? I don't know. What's going on here? Lies. Two more. Starry Night. And Lilies. Okay, well, I got it. Wasn't what I was thinking. Oh, I have a 150-day streak. I know why I lost the streak. I'm still just annoyed that I lost the streak because I did the puzzle and somehow it just had an error or something that popped up and I didn't notice, so it didn't save it. All right, anyway, how'd you do? Hello, today's bonus game is Flashback. It is a weekly game published by the New York Times where we need to put events in order. So our first event is from 1760. John Joseph Merlin invents one of the first roller skates. He forgets to add brakes, so he crashes. All right. So we've got a new TV channel says its music videos will complement radio, not compete with it. Still, MTV's first song is semi-prophetic. Video killed the radio star. I think that happened after 1760. I'm pretty confident in that. All right, that was 1981. A shift in the Earth's molten outer core flips the magnetic poles, known as the Brunhes-Matsuyama reversal. South becomes north, north becomes south. That was a few million years ago, I'm pretty sure. 780,000 years ago, so I was a little off. But on a cave wall, an ancient Indonesian paints one of the first known works of figurative art: three human-like figures hunting a wild pig. Well, that's after the shift and before we invented roller skates. 50,000 years ago. Okay. Rock Hudson, a charismatic film star, reveals he has AIDS. He receives more sympathy than stigma, changing attitudes toward the disease. That would be after 81, for sure. And then that's the latest thing. So, okay. 85. As Queen Victoria rules England, the Empress Dowager of China takes power and builds railroads. Women are barred from politics, so she rules from behind a screen. Okay. As Queen Victoria rules England. When did Queen Victoria rule England? And we have railroads. So I think that's going to be after 1760 for the railroads. 1861, okay. A mere 100 fans watch Rutgers and Princeton play the first college football game. Players include Civil War veterans, and no one wears helmets. Football was late 1800s. I think I'm comfortable putting it after 1861. 1869. Ooh, okay, so maybe I shouldn't have been so comfortable. The world's first known fungus, Orasfera giraldae, leaves fossils in an estuary before the existence of trees, mammals, and dinosaurs. Well, that's going to be millions of years ago. 1 billion years ago. Okay, I was off again. After Caroline Herschel discovers a comet, King George III gives her a job, making her England's first professional female scientist. She discovers 7 more. King George III. I feel like I need to learn when the different monarchs of England were. So, I mean, it's going to be... I want to put it here. But it could be here. I'm going to try before 1760. Nope, 1787. Oh. So it belonged... Oh, yeah, it was the other place I was going to put it, for sure. And then... What's this one? Google's ex-CEO is using a startup-like approach to building new telescopes. Oh, it's just telling me stuff about it. Oh, it's got little tidbits about all these. Okay. Cool. Well, just one wrong then. How'd you do? And let's spin the bonus game wheel to see what we're going to play tomorrow. All right. It's going to be Gavin Sharp's suggestion of Weaver. So if you would like to play Weaver, there is always a link in the description. And how'd you do? And that is it for this video. If you would like to watch Wordle, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.